What is up, guys? We are live. It is Sunday in the afternoon. I've just woken up from a nap. I was on call last night in the ICU, and today we're going to be talking about my experience last night in the ICU and how it relates to your growth as a student and as a professional, and getting where you want to go. And then also I'll answer some questions like we normally do on these live streams. So thank you for everybody for supporting. Harpreet, hello, hello, hello. And yeah, I'll have to apologize for the background, right? So you guys see, normally my bookshelf has books in it, and you can see boxes there in the background. I actually just moved last week, so I can't say busy enough. Hey, 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 Terry. Um, so it's been hectic around here to say the least between moving, launching my MCAT course and getting that all edited and finished up for you guys. I actually, when I got off call this morning, I got off around 9. I went to a preschool fair because apparently my kid is at the point where I have to start looking for preschools like years in advance for him. But so I went to a preschool fair for a couple hours, and I came back and I filmed some of my upcoming scheduling course that's going to be off the hook. But I was editing also this MCAT course, trying to get that finished up for you guys. But so anyway, so last night I was in the ICU, and it was a really cool night that I think that you guys can learn from. So that's why I wanted to talk to you guys about it. And I was going to go live last night. And if you guys notice, I haven't been going live from the hospital anymore because I'm currently, hello, Samantha. I'm currently, what up, MTS? Oh, so MTS works with me. So yeah, what's up? What up? Um, I haven't been going live during the day from the hospital because the hospital I'm currently working at has zero Wi-Fi. Can you believe that? It's freaking 2017, and the hospital has no Wi-Fi that is fast enough for me to stream live from the hospital. So I have to wait till I get back home to stream for you guys. But so quickly, I'm at this hospital, and it's really cool because if you guys don't know, I'm an anesthesia resident. So my specialty is anesthesia, and everyone thinks that anesthesia is like you put people to sleep, it's very boring, whatever. But anesthesia is actually very, very intense and very, very exciting because you actually are the person in charge of a lot of critical situations. As an example, one of the things we do is we cover all the codes. So we carry the code pager, and when someone code blue overhead, right, someone's dying, we're the person who goes and we have to intubate, we have to handle the situation, and so it can get very intense and very scary. And so I'm a year into my training right now, and so I think the first thing you guys can learn from is that you always feel, hi Andrew, you always feel like you are so amazing and so knowledgeable, and at the same time you always have this doubt in your abilities. And for me, I felt like, oh man, I know so much. I just finished my intern year. I know all about medicine. I've got nothing else to learn. I don't know why I have to do this anesthesia residency. I'm a professional anesthesiologist already. And then I started my anesthesia residency, and my first day, I was so mentally fatigued. I couldn't even like I I didn't even really work. I was basically it was basically an observation day because in anesthesia you can really mess some things up. But I was so overwhelmed by the sheer volume of new information. It was crazy. And so I don't know about you guys, but at every level you move up, right? You start to feel confident, and then you get to this next level, and then you just drop back and you plummet in your experience. And so one of those key moments, I mentioned my first day, I felt overwhelmed. Well, I was shadowing a third year in my program. So he's in the final year of the program. He knows a lot of stuff. And I was shadowing him, and we got called to a code early on in my first week. And we got called there, and I didn't know what to do. And the patient's bleeding, and it was actually a burn patient. And this person was burned head to toe. Their mouth was like burned shut. And I had no idea what to do. But he knew what to do, and he followed through, and he saved this person from losing their airway and possibly dying. And I was like, man, that's incredible. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. And now you fast forward a year later, almost, and I had my first solo code ICU night alone by myself. And I do a lot of things alone. I'm in the hospital now, but there's always an attending actually in the hospital nearby. So if stuff gets kind of hairy, I can always page them. They can be there in a couple minutes. But last night was my first shift where there was no attending in house. And so when people page, it's only me. There is no, lifeline, phone a friend. If I call my attending lives 30 minutes away. So the situation, the person is dead by then. And so, as you can imagine, that's pretty nerve wracking. And so I got called to my first code last night. It was like 10 o'clock. And it was this guy who's in severe heart failure, had had a heart attack the week before. He's all swollen. His heart doesn't function well. He's also in kidney failure. He's also a COPD person. Lungs don't work. And I don't know if he was septic or it was just all heart, but he was just, blood pressures were crashing. He was on 4 different pressors. This guy was literally like death warmed over, right? This guy was on the verge of death. And I get called to intubate this guy. And when they call me, they say code blue, they call over the head. I show up, and in the page it said need airway protection. And yes, you finally made it on a live stream. Great. So people, so I get in the text, it says patient was vomiting into ventilation mask earlier in the day. So then I get there to the code situation, and the patient is literally actively vomiting into the mask for their oxygen. And for someone who's got to handle the airway, that's very scary, because imagine now I'm going to try to place a tube into someone's mouth as they're vomiting actively. Crazy level of difficulty. And so I'm by myself also. So I'm like, okay, take my time. I set everything up, and I went back to my training, right? And so I was like, okay, wait, they're aspirating, right? They're throwing up. So I don't want them to swallow that vomit. So I'm going to keep them sitting up, right? They also, right, they're COPD or they're heart failure patients. They probably can't breathe laying flat. So I'm going to keep them sitting up while I induce and knock them out, right? And then once they're knocked out, I'm going to drop the bed, and we drop the bed, and I pop the tube in through the vomiting. I use the suction, and I put the tube in the vomiting, and bam, it was perfect, right? It was great. Saved this guy's life. Amazing, right? Great feeling. And I walked away from that, and I was like, holy like, I am, truthfully now, I am like pretty knowledgeable. I am like the biz, from being someone last year who was scared of these situations to now being someone who takes these alone calls where I'm having to rush in situations. It was really, really like it was one of those moments where you realize, man, I've come a long way. And so what was also cool about this was that I got called, right? Because so as anesthesia, we also do all the lines. So when people need central lines, arterial lines, IVs, and no one else can get them, they call us so we can get them. And so I got called to do a couple arterial lines, a couple central lines last night. And I get called after other residents can't get them done. And so I get called in because the surgery resident, the ICU resident can't get the lines in. So I go in there and I pop these lines in. And honestly, guys, I was on fire last night. Like, the intubations went smoothly, the arterial lines went smoothly, the central lines went smoothly. And I don't know why, but it was like all coming together last night. And so it was funny because the nurse was like, man, I wish you were on call every night, man. You're making this look so easy, so easy. And I was like, man, it really feels good. But at the same time, I thought about it. And right, this is Saturday night that this is happening. I just like flash back to freaking Thursday when I was in the operating room and I had a patient. I had to put a central line in, and I had to put an arterial line in. And it took me 3 sticks to get the arterial line in, first of all. 3 sticks, so failure galore. And then I went to the central line, and with the central line, you put it in their neck, and you're supposed to stick it in the internal jugular vein. Well, right next to the internal jugular vein is the carotid artery. And you guys have heard the carotid artery. You've probably seen it in horror movies. That's the thing when they slash and all the blood starts squirting out. So it's real, real bad to get into that. Well, all my central lines went smoothly last night, but on Thursday, as the resident, my fellow, excuse me, said to me, "Oh, did you just poke the carrot?" And they called it the carrot, and it's the carotid artery, because when I hit it, all of a sudden, lots of bleeding starts to happen in this person's neck, and so I messed up the central line. And so I think this is a good point for you guys, because I think so many of us feel ashamed when we fail, right? And we get so caught up in these failure moments, and oh man, I failed, and it's terrible and it's awful. But 2 things. One, there's always a brighter light. There's always another day where you can be successful. Like last night when I was money, just popping lines in and intubating people, and people thought I was like this perfection. But what they didn't understand was just 2 days ago, I was struggling to get in any kind of lines, and I'm sticking the carotid artery. And so it's all those failures that lead to a successful night like last night. And so for so many of you guys, you go through your career and you have failure and you let it beat you. And what I want to tell you guys is it doesn't matter where you start, because you can be unknowledgeable like I was a year ago. You can be a failure on Thursday, but through those failures, if you take the time and you reflect and you say, okay, what am I doing wrong? Well, with my central line, I was going too medial, and that's why I stuck the carotid. So if I stay lateral and go at that angle, I'll be more successful. And so if you actually take failures and setbacks as opportunities to grow and learn from them, you will be a lot more successful, and you will have your successful night where people are like, man, you're such a great student. How do you make it look so easy to get those A's? And you'll be able to sit back like I did last night and chuckle and be like, man, you guys don't even know what the struggle or what the grind has been for me to get to this point. You guys see this final perfect product, but it's been a struggle. And so I just want to encourage you guys to understand that it's not about being naturally smart. It's not about being naturally gifted, not about being perfection day one. It's about finding ways to get better through reflecting on your failures and finding plans and strategies to get better. And for some of you guys, you'll get bad grades or whatever might happen, or you'll do poorly on the MCAT, right? So I'm cutting up this MCAT course right now for you guys. And so many of you guys struggle on the MCAT. You do poorly the first time, and then you do the same exact plan the second time you prepare for the MCAT, and then you wonder why you don't score better. Well, that's stupid. Why would you do something that you just failed at, right? Why would you do it the same exact way the second time? But many of you guys do that. So what I want to encourage you guys to do is to learn from your mistakes and from your failures and not be critical of yourself in a way that's negative where you say, oh man, I'm such a failure. I want you to say to yourself, man, I failed. But now what can I do to rectify that? How can I grow from this experience and make sure that I don't have a failure like this again in the future? Thank you, Sean, for appreciating this. Hey, like this video right now. If you're liking what I'm bringing to you guys right now, live action, give me a like. Let me know, okay? Give me a comment. But I want you guys to understand that it is all about getting better each and every single day. And some people say that I'm cocky. Some people say I'm arrogant. Some people say whatever. But I feel like I've earned my cockiness because I've put in the work. When I preach to you guys how great I am and how great you guys can be, it's not because I'm seeing natural talent in you guys. It's not what it's about. I was an awful student. I've been a terrible anesthesiologist, right? And I'm still a terrible anesthesiologist, right? On the spectrum of things, but I'm steadily improving, steadily bettering myself, and that is the key to success. So I just want to encourage you guys, like a lot of you guys email me and you're feeling down because your GPA is low or you mess these things up. It's okay. As long as you use it as a learning experience and you grow from it, right? And you guys, I don't know if you guys are some J. Cole fans, but I'm new to J. Cole like in the last year, but his stuff's kind of tight. I kind of like it. But I like, he has that song, oh my gosh, why am I blanking on the name of the song? But anyway, you guys will know it if you guys are J. Cole fans, but there's this interlude where he plays this segment from President Bush where he's talking about fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't get fooled again. And so the whole point is, right, fool me once, fool me twice. So when you make a mistake, just make sure that it doesn't happen again, right? Listen to J. Cole. I butchered that. I'm sorry. But listen to J. Cole and understand that a mistake can happen once, but it should never happen twice. And if it does happen twice, it should never, ever happen a third time. Use it as growth and as opportunities to get better and get to your goals and get into medical school. So that's what I kind of got from last night. The other thing I want to say quickly before I get to questions, no role models. Thank you. Someone else helped me out. Basic Book Nerd, I appreciate it. No Role Models by J. Cole. You guys are, I see we're a community. We're helping each other out here. I appreciate that. You guys saw my struggle right there, right? So fool me once, not again. J. Cole, no role models. But anyway, so I just want to encourage you guys, like never be defeated, never, ever, ever. I've had, even in this, right? So I do these YouTube videos and I was just reflecting on this last night, right? Because again, failure. And I'm going to put this on my blog. I have a full write-up about this, but I don't think you guys understand the hustle and the grind I've been on to come to you guys, to build up this YouTube channel, to build up courses, to have resources for you guys that are superior and are at an affordable price for everyone. And in this past, I've been like really formal. I've been mentoring students for forever, but in the past year and a half, I really got serious about it. I was trying to say, listen, how can I have massive impact? How can I really change the game and spread positivity and the power of productivity to students? And I've faced so much adversity. I won't even get into it today, but I want you guys to check out the blog post when I post it this week. But I faced so much adversity and so much struggle in the past year. You guys don't even know. From schools telling me not that I can't come to their, like I would email schools and be, listen, can I please come talk to your students? I'll do it for free. I just want to get out there. I just want to help students. And schools telling me, no, we don't know you. You don't have anything to offer. And just being so negative about everything. And again, I'm getting into this blog post, but one of the things that I got from an administrator was they basically told me that I was too raw and I was too real. And I was like, what? And they said that in one of my videos, I said that Kim Kardashian was a porn star. And they said that was too raw and too real. And they're like, what is that about? Like, that's crazy, right? And what they entirely missed was that I was using the example of Kim Kardashian was willing to do whatever it took to be successful. She wanted it so bad, she would do anything, including becoming a porn star to get famous. And what I was kind of bringing that together with was I was trying to tell you guys as a premeds, So many of you guys say, "Oh, I want to be in medical school," but you don't have that same hunger that Kim Kardashian had to be famous. You don't have that same hunger for medical school, and you aren't willing to do whatever it freaking takes, including missing vacations, including grinding long hours, doing whatever it takes to get yourself into medical school. And so that was the parallel I was making, but they focused on the fact that I called her a porn star, which is, I guess, is real, right? I feel like it's real. She's a porn star. It is what it is. But I want you guys to know that, like, I've faced so many obstacles. I've had people on my channel telling me that I ain't ish and like all this stuff. And I want you guys to know that I'm doing this for you guys and I'm grinding for you guys, and that it does pay off. And now it's beautiful and it's amazing. I get schools contacting me to come out and speak and begging me to come speak. And it's such an amazing thing that people are starting to get that, listen, there can be somebody out there who's strictly telling you, if you think positively and you have good strategies, you can be successful. You don't have to be naturally talented. You don't have to be the perfect person. All you have to do is get better time after time and try to find the positive and the opportunity for growth in every single situation. And so I'm so fortunate. I feel so wonderful that so many of you guys, like, for example, I can't see the exact number. Oh, there's 28 of you guys on here right now, right? Doesn't seem like a lot to you guys. That is a ton of people to me, and people are signing off, signing on, whatever. But I'm so excited that I'm able to reach and just impact and help you guys. And I feel my life is better for helping you guys out. So I feel fortunate to grow into all these things, and I feel blessed. Last night was crazy. It was such a crazy experience to feel proficient, because I walk around like, and you guys, and people will tell you that they feel confident all the time, but I walk around the hospital all the time like, ooh, I don't know what I should do in the situation, right? And I walked in that room last night and this guy's sick. He's vomiting. I don't know what's going on, but I just kind of calmed myself and I said, I can do this. And, I've been training for this and I executed. I'm happy for that. And so I want to tell you guys that you guys can do that. You can grow, and there will be scary moments, but just push through that scary, push through that fear, push through the naysayers, push through everybody who doesn't believe in you. Push through and know that you believe in yourself, and find other people that believe in you. And this is kind of off topic, on topic, but I love talking. I love, it's a favorite part of my week, talking to you guys, interacting with you guys. But I got a text from one of the students I've worked with for years, and she just sent me a simple text, and it was, "Hey Andre, can we talk this week? I miss you, and I miss you, and I need to talk to someone who believes in me." And that may seem silly to you guys, but that almost brought me to tears, because that's what I want to be for people. Like, I want people to feel like, man, when no one else believes in you, when no one else sees a way for you to get there, that there's someone who, A, believes in you and will encourage you, and secondly, can show you the way. No matter what trouble you're in, I can find a way for you to get where you want to go. And so I loved getting that text, and we're actually going to talk in a couple hours after I get off of this. But I'm just like, so we're going to talk tonight with her. But I'm just so thankful, and that's really what life is about, guys. And if you guys aren't out there helping people and being there for other people, then you don't know what you're missing. So I'm just I feel blessed. I feel fortunate for just being able to have an impact and just invest in other people so they can invest in other people and down the road. And I'm feeling so good that we're building this community of supportive people. And if you're on here right now, if you like my YouTube channel, if you like this stuff, please please comment, but share this with your friends. Tell 5 friends, tell 10 friends, so we can build this community of just put out all the negativity. We can squash all that, and we can build positivity, and we can build our way to getting to medical school, to getting to dental school, for just being positive, man. So anyway, I'll stop ranting, but let's build up this community. Let's be together. Let's be supportive of each other. Let's be like, okay, so one more detour. I did the MCAT webinar that was free last week. And it was so amazing to see the comment box, even when I wasn't talking, I was having technical difficulties for like 10 minutes. But to see the positivity of the students that were on there, talking about, hey, let's study together. Hey, let's do this. Hey, da da da. And just the positivity amongst the students. And I'm like, yes, these are the people I want to work with. Like, this is what I'm trying to promote. And so it was so cool to see students engaging in that kind of positivity. And so it just excites me, because I love positivity. So anyway, having said all that, right, the real reason you guys are on here is for some questions. So let's get to some questions. Let me scroll back to the top here. So hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Yeah, Ginny O, that's exactly right. Scary and exciting at the same time. Like standing there with my blade in my hand in the tube, like, oh gosh, please don't kill this person. Sean, thank you. I'm glad you appreciate the advice. Shirley, thank you. Um, yes, basic book nerd, getting backed up multiple times better than giving up once, right? So you get knocked back, one step backwards, two step forwards, not the other way around. Timmer, question. Hey, Andre, about mistakes. I studied nursing in the country I come from. I was on my third year and I didn't pursue the best grades. Should I mention my history at all, or it may decrease my chances? So, is getting into medical school? Can I get into medical school eventually? And so, okay. So again, I get, I love working with you students because everyone thinks they have a unique problem, a unique question. I'm not joking. I just responded to an email with the same exact question, talking about, oh, my grades weren't the best. Can I come back from it? And how do I address issues in my application, into my interview? So for some of you guys, you may have issues in your transcript. Oh my gosh, I got an F. Oh my God, right? I have an F on my transcript from undergrad. Hey, it happens, right? Maybe you have a couple D's, a couple C's, whatever it might be. And as humans, right, we want to explain, right? We want to get rid of the awkwardness by explaining away our issue. So a major mistake I see students make is that they'll have a bad mark on their transcript, or they'll have something that's a deficiency in their application. And instead of just letting that sleeping dog lie, they want to highlight it front and center in their personal statement. So what they do is in their personal statement, they put, hey, I got an F. Sorry about that, but I'm better than that now. And it's like, guys, what if they didn't see the F and now you've brought it to their attention and let them know that you're a terrible student, right? It doesn't help you. So what I want to encourage you guys to do is if you have issues in your application, the personal statement is not the place to address it. The interview is not the place to address it unless they bring it up. So understand, don't tell on yourself, right? Don't tell on yourself. Let them find out what's wrong with you themselves, okay? Um, Yes, Terry, can't put the blame on me. Fool me three times. F that peace sign. I love that freaking song. That verse is so true to life. You guys don't know. You guys need to go listen to No Role Models by J. Cole and just listen to that third verse because it's so true. It's so freaking true, man. Um, Jack, you are welcome. Yes, too raw and uncut. So what's crazy? So for some of you guys who've never been to some of my live events, if you guys haven't checked my events calendar, I'm kind of slowing down right now on live events because I got a lot coming up in terms of getting out courses for you guys and doing stuff. But we're gonna do some live webinars. But sometimes, right when I have an event, right, and my events are like shows, we're having fun, we're having a good time. I'll curse. I don't care, right? Because I don't curse on here because there might be little kids watching and stuff. But if I know I'm in a room of adults, why can't we curse? You guys curse at home, right? That's real. That's raw. Sometimes you feel itty, right? With an SH on the front. So why can't I say that to you guys? Why can't we talk real? And so, yes, raw and real is my goal because that's how we are, right? If I can't be raw and real with you and can't give you real advice and I can't hurt your feelings, then what am I doing for you? Thank you. Thank you. All right, Sam, thank you. I'm glad there's people in your community, 50 people. I love it. I love to hear that. Keep spreading the word, guys. Um, Yes, can't always please everyone. That's so true. And you have to be, right, like Cat Williams says, in touch with your star player and really be confident in yourself and know that what you're doing is right, right? So if I had listened to that admissions person and been like, oh, okay, well, I can't do pop culture references. I can't be real and talk about things and real issues that people have, then how would I be affecting you guys? So that's what it's about. And so you guys are my priority, not these idiots who want to be administrators and want to say what is what and what isn't what. Excuse me. And Tyaz, you've definitely been very impactful for me. I'm fortunate enough to have come across your videos in the beginning of my MCAT setting. So MTAZ is one of my coaching students. We work closely together. We're doing his personal statement right now, actually going back and forth and doing revisions on that. And then he's going to be in my MCAT course, so I'm excited about that. So excited that people I'm working with are hanging out with me. Some dude was talking trash about you on SDN. Moz deleted it though. Oh, really? Someone was talking trash on me on studentdoctor.net? That's why that place is garbage. So forget studentdoctor.net. Uh, so, and again, you can't please everybody. People want to talk trash. I'm not here for them. I'm here for you guys. Question. So you're my favorite guy though. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. The great master debater. He's live. Yes, I am live. And then Paracelsus, can I get a coupon code for your study package? I missed the 50% deal. So I reward people who reward themselves, right? So people who ask, right? So people who saw when I first launched my study course, people were telling me they couldn't afford it. Okay, it's worth thousands of dollars. I sell it for much cheaper than that, but I offered a 50% off for a limited period of time because I was like, listen, if people can't afford it and they want this and they want to get better and they truly genuinely want this, then I will help you out and I will offer it for you. So you just asked me if I can open up a discount code to discount my course, my study course, my premier course, right? 50%, right? So you want to know if you can get that coupon code deal? I'll tell you what, guys. So for people who are on here live, right? I reward people. Early bird gets the worm. So you guys are on here live. I will actually open up, right when I get done with this video, I will open up that discount code. So if you go to my website and you go to check out for the 5 pillars of studying better, or excuse me, of studying less and getting better grades, it's an amazing, life-changing course. If you go to there right now, right after this video, I'm going to open up that code for 1 hour. You can get that course for 50% off. All you have to do is put in "on a mission," single word, enter that in checkout, and you'll get 50% off instantly on that study course. Is that helping you guys out? So what is it? Paracelsus. That's for you. That's for anybody else who wants to take advantage. It's "on a mission," single word. You can get 50% off that course right now in the next hour. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'll set it up for you guys. 50% off. Can't beat that. Amazingness. Let's see. Next up, Shell. I can never get your name right, and I'm so sorry for that. Mushell, but special. Okay. So people are hating on SDN because I called them out. I don't care. I mean, and people try to say, oh, SDN has some great stuff. That's where I go for information. And it does have some good stuff on there. I'm not disputing that. But think about how much garbage you have to sift through to get good information from SDN. And the bigger problem is not everyone has enough knowledge to be able to weed out what is actual garbage and what is good advice. And so that's my problem with StudentDoctor.net, because you can hear 50,000 pieces of bad advice just for one piece of good advice. Sean, I'm glad you love the webinar. We're going to be doing some more webinars coming up. So check my website and check these announcements. We're going to have some more awesome free and low-cost webinars for you guys. Just bringing it, that raw and that real, okay? People like to hear the truth. So true. People can't handle the truth. They want, right? You can't handle the truth. They want to get on here and have me confirm that their 2.1 GPA is sufficient. No, it's not. Improve it. So Harpreet, you asking how many hours did I study in medical school? In medical school, I studied a lot, right? And I actually studied less than a lot of people studied, but in medical school, there's so much information. You're going to be studying a lot. In undergrad, I studied 10 hours a week. That's what I did. In medical school, that's not feasible. However, I was able to not study after 8 o'clock in medical school. And that allowed me to spend time with my wife, right? Spend time with my friends and keep kind of some balance in my life. So if you get efficient with your study, right? And I teach you guys this in my study course, then it opens up opportunities for you to spend time in other ways that will help you both personally and professionally. The great master debater said, did you experiment with other boys in college? Wow, that's awesome. Very appropriate for this video. I don't know what that's about. Cali Kid is a 3.5 science GPA, 3.2 science GPA, good enough for MD. So it's all relative, guys. All right. So based on a raw GPA, I can't tell you if you're getting into medical school or not. I mean, if you have a 2.1, it's obvious you're not getting in. But a 3.2 is good enough if you have other things in your application that are very good. 3.5 is definitely good enough. 3.5 is an outstanding GPA. You should feel proud of a 3.5 GPA. People try to say, oh, you get a 3.8. No, you don't. 3.5 is an outstanding GPA. Be proud of it. Jessica, what up? So, hey, Dr. Pinesett, low GPA pre-dental student here. Excited to watch all your videos from your course. P.S. My mom says hi. Tell her I said hello, Jessica. So this is what I'm talking about. So I love getting out and talking to students. So Jessica I was in Baltimore last week doing an event, and Jessica is a pre-dental student who was there. And it was amazing because Jessica and I got into a heated debate. And then Jessica's mom was there, and she's a dentist, and I got in a heated debate with her about what Jessica should do. And it was awesome. And I told them from get-go, I said, listen, most people come to my events say that I'm mean when they first talk to me, and it's totally fine. Because I don't come on this channel, I don't go out to events to be anybody's friend. I come on those events, I come on this channel to help you guys. And the way I help you guys is by bringing honest, real things. And so with Jessica, she had a low GPA, and I told her, hey, you're not ready to apply to dental school like she was going to do this summer. And we were talking about a plan that was more effective for her to improve her GPA and then get to dental school. And afterward, it was great because we came up, we talked, and she was like, thank you so much. Like, you saved my arse with what you said. And it was just a great thing. And so I'm happy Jessica's actually now enrolled in my courses, and we're going to interact more. But I'm excited that now Jessica's on here, and that's the kind of interactions I want to have, is being real and hurting people's feelings, but then having them understand that at the end of that hurt feelings is goodness. So thank you very much, Jessica, for getting on here. Sorry guys, I have to like scroll through the comments. It's kind of like crazy, but so I apologize. My finger keeps showing up in the video there. Hi, future med student. Thank you for your videos and encouragement. Kat D, you're very welcome. So Jabari, I probably do have a video on that. I between my, like, cause I write every day. I write content for you guys that either goes into courses or will eventually be blogs or eventually be videos. I write every day. And so I forget what I've written, what I filmed, and what's actually been put out on my YouTube channel or my blog. So I never know what's what. So if odds are I have a video somewhere, either published or not published, on these questions somewhere. So Cali Kid 488, I have a misdemeanor from 9 years ago. Is this going to be a problem? So this comes up a lot. People have criminal records in some fashion, felonies, misdemeanors. It really all depends. A, how long ago it was, what the nature of the offense is, and then how your actual criminal record looks. So sometimes it's expunged, sometimes it's expired, and that can kind of help you. A major felony drug charge. So someone emailed me, and they actually had a major felony drug charge. And I was explaining to them that, man, that's hard to come back from, because as a doctor, you're going to have access to medications and all those kind of things. So that's problematic. And so it depends on the nature of your misdemeanor. A misdemeanor, like a ticket 9 years ago, not a big deal. If you, I don't know what would be a bad misdemeanor, but kind of heinous crimes, that's not going to be overlooked by medical schools because they like character people. We're up to 31 minutes. I might have to cut this off, but let's keep going. Let's see. Oh, dang it. Any tips for current Canadian medical students? So hello, my fellow Canadians. For people who don't know, I'm actually Canadian. I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, y'all. Canadian stepping up. So any tips for current Canadian medical students trying to get into U.S. residencies? I say number one thing, and I like I said, I have an interview coming up about this, and I'll do some videos on it. But the biggest thing is, if you are a person who's a foreign medical student from any country, Canada happens to be one of the most popular countries to come to America. But if this is you, the number one thing you have to do is make sure you plan ahead for getting to the U.S. So if that's your objective, you need to, one, make sure that your grades are on point, start getting your testing all on point, and then secondarily, make sure that you start making connections with people in America and start having inroads and figure out which schools are really Canadian friendly, so you can strategically start figuring those things out. And so the students I know that are from Canada who have come over to U.S. residency successfully are people who made inroads, who did away rotations at U.S. medical schools, who really made connections that helped them in the application process. So that's where I would start. But that's a whole separate topic. I'll do a whole video on that at a later date. Sorry again for scrolling. Need a backbone for medicine, so good luck to them. Yeah, need a backbone for sure. Got to be strong. Jabari, Dr. A, how much is your one-on-one coaching? So my one-on-one coaching is $295 an hour. For anyone who signed up for my coaching will tell you it's an amazing deal. My coaching sessions are currently closed right now. I have a wait list available on my coaching sessions tab on my website. My wait list is first come, first serve. So if you're interested in coaching, get on that wait list right now, because I'm actually currently full. I cap the students I work with because I tend to work with a lot of my students on an ongoing basis. And so I want to make sure I have time for them. And I'm currently pretty behind in coaching sessions. So my coaching sessions are closed for right now, but you can definitely get on the wait list. Chicago is definitely one of my goals. I am not set up to come there yet, but in the next year, what you guys are going to see in the next 6 months is you're going to start seeing that towards the beginning of 2018, I'm going to be in a lot of different places. Right now, my schedule's kind of hectic, so it doesn't allow for travel, and that's really the issue that I'm having getting out to places is my schedule is so hectic that it's hard for me to travel. But you're going to start seeing in the next year, guys, I'm going to be in your area, so keep checking back. Okay. BU 2018, comments and options or opinions on Western U in Pomona. I actually like Western University. They do a good job for a DO school of placing people in residency. So I'm a big fan of Western University, but it's a big school. So be prepared for that. And you have to be really active in finding your resources and putting yourself in position to get into residency. Samantha, after watching your MCAT live webinar last week, I decided to apply next cycle instead of this cycle. Really appreciate the honest advice and can't wait to bring my strongest application forward. Samantha, I love it. That's what I'm talking about, guys. She was on my webinar last week. I brought some real advice about being fully prepared and putting your best foot forward so that your first application is your best application and being successful. And I'm excited to hear that you will be applying next year and putting yourself in a position to be successful in your application. So awesome. Thank you, Samantha. And how do you deal with mental health in medical school, specifically depression, given that it's a competitive environment? So this is a really big topic, and I'm a big proponent. So anybody who's taking my courses or you watch my YouTube channel, a lot of stuff I do is kind of atypical, and then I focus a lot on the mental aspect of things. And that's because pre-med, medical school, dental school, it's all challenging mentally, physically, all these things. So you have to be strong. You have to be together. And I forget what the stat is, but something like people who are in residency, like over 50% of people admit to being depressed. And really it's probably like 90% of people, because you can't help be depressed working the hours that we work. And so it's really, really tough. And I think the way that you get over depression is by finding bright spots of happiness in all the stress, all the anguish. So like last night, very stressful. I didn't get any sleep last night. I was paged almost every hour for some crazy catastrophe. But in all that, I found happiness in that I was doing things successfully and doing things well. And so I was taking pride in that. So finding moments to be happy, right? Spending time with my family. So I went to a preschool fair earlier today, which was ludicrous. My kid is not even 2 yet, and we're going looking at preschools, but what are you going to do, right? So finding those happy moments where you can spend time with your family. Like earlier we were doing Play-Doh with my kid, which was like, that's a bright spot in my day. So that's how you stave off depression, is that you find joy. All right, let's see. Harpreet, can the interview course work for residency? So this is the beauty of a lot of my stuff, guys. So I'm a student who's on a budget, right? When I was in school, I respect that your guys' money is valuable. Additionally, I want to bring to you guys, right? Life is not one thing. Life is many things. So when I design courses, when I design content, all these things, I design them to be universally applicable. So when you take my 5 pillars of studying less and getting better grades course, it doesn't just help you in one course. It helps you in every single course. It helps you not just in college, it helps you in medical, it helps you everywhere. It's about studying principles. My interview course is not specific for the medical school interview. So actually Jessica, who's a pre-dental student, signed up for my medical school interview course, because she understands that it's not just about medical school, it's about interviewing in general. It's about networking in general. It's about any professional setting. If you want to be effective in talking about yourself and selling yourself, that's how you do it. So that interview course is perfect for any type of interviewing, any type of networking professional environment you could be in. It's amazing. So check that out on my website. We're up to 37 minutes, guys. This is getting crazy. Goodness, but I'll keep going. Is everybody still with me? Give me some likes if you guys are still with me and you guys are liking this. Otherwise, I'm gonna get up out of here. We got a lot of comments. I'm liking this. So Daniel, I answered your question. Natasha, you are welcome. I'm very happy to be committed to you guys. Jack, when is a good time to know to take the W or grind it out? I have a B- in physics 2 and don't feel like I learned anything this semester. I don't know if I should drop or stay. Well, taking that W, the question should be not that class, but your other classes. So if going and grinding out that class is going to affect your ability to get good grades in your other classes, just take the W and consider it a lost cause. And that way you can at least get the good grades in your other classes. Because what would suck is if you had bad grades across the board that quarter when you didn't have to. Daniel, I'm currently a registered practical nurse in Canada right now. It is currently a diploma program. I was thinking of bridging to RN. I just have a question. If I go online university, would that look bad? Well, Daniel, if you're trying to come to America, right, you have 2 strikes against you. One, you'd be a foreign grad, right, which also right off the bat makes your grades kind of shaky and questionable. And the second thing is that you have an online degree. So that would make it doubly shaky. So I wouldn't advise, if you want to come from America, from a foreign country, that you do an online university. I would pick a university that's accredited And that actually can make sure, I would call medical schools and make sure that they believe in that university and understand the value of those grades. So Paracelsus, I think that's a yes with exclamation marks in reply to my offering you guys 50% off my 5 pillars of studying less and getting better grades course. If you guys missed that, after this video, I'm going to open up a discount coupon code on my website. You can get my study course for 50% off. And all you have to do is enter on a mission in a single word, ONA mission, single word. And that gets you 50% off my study course because this student asked for it. So I give, right? Ask and you shall receive. I'd be down to sign up for the 5 pillars course. Do it. How many units did you average in college per quarter? How many sciences? Well, Jack, that's a tough question for me. I was a person who was crazy, and I was trying to graduate in like 3 years. And I was trying to do it in 2.5 because I was like, oh, I'm gonna be the best of the best. People say 3 years, I'm doing 2.5. And so when I started out, I was taking over 20 units, and it was a terrible decision because I felt burnt out. I then backed up off of that, and I took like a diversity of classes. So I have a minor in business management. I took a bunch of dance classes. I had a good time in college. And so what I would say is take the load that you can handle so that your grades are not affected. That's how many courses you should take every quarter. What spreadsheet did you set up to keep yourself organized during the application process? So I actually didn't apply to that many schools, so I didn't need a spreadsheet to really keep myself organized. But if you're a person, I love Excel, and so what I would say is keep a list of those schools, and then right, and I guess that's a whole separate. Jackie, will you please email me that question? And then Harpreet, you've been doing this for me in the past. And I really appreciate it. Do you mind some of these questions I don't get to? Do you mind typing these up and emailing them to me so that way I can make sure I make videos about these things? But that's actually an excellent question. Jackie, so I actually would like to address that in its own separate special video. So please send me that question. My email address is andre@premedproductivity.com. Additionally, guys, if you ask a question on here and I don't get to it, because we're at 41 minutes right now and I was planning on going for like 15 minutes, but if I don't get to your question tonight, please email me so that way I can make sure that I get to your question. I'm not ignoring you. It's just there's a ton of questions on here, and I do value all your questions. So Aubrey, hey, Dr. Pinesett, are you taking in any more students for one-on-one coaching? I want to do everything possible to get in to the best medical school. No time for bad advice, which leads me here. Yes. So yes, no time for bad advice. I understand that, and I'm actually not doing one-on-one coaching. But what I mentioned, I'm going to do more webinars. So this is like a Q&A style YouTube thing, and it's cool, but it's hard for me to see the comments. It's hard for you guys to see the comments, and I can't do PowerPoint. I can't really bring in figures. I can't really get on the board and really write up stuff. So what I was planning on doing, because I don't want to take on any more individual clients because that's not fair to my current clients, but what I was thinking about doing is setting up, and let me know if you guys would be interested in this, like email me, comment in the box, let me know, is setting up kind of like a group kind of coaching sessions where we can get on a webinar and everyone can submit their information, and you don't have to if you don't want to, but you can submit your information and I'll actually break down people's application profiles. I'll give strategic advice, high yield stuff that I do typically in my coaching sessions. We can do it in big group sessions. And that way you guys can benefit from that. And then I'm not like running around trying to do this for every individual, but you guys can learn because you guys think you're original, but everyone has the same problem. So if you guys would be interested in doing like some webinars like that in a group format where we can go through people's different profiles and really break things down and talk about the application process, I think that would be interesting. And so I think that would be cool. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. Comment on here. And then send me emails. Let me know you'd be interested in that. And I'll send out some links and we start sending some more webinars. Because I really like the webinar feel. I like being able to interact with you guys on here. So I think that's more functional than kind of answering all these questions on here. Man, these questions are coming in. I'm liking it. BU 2008 coming to Texas. I will be in Texas in November, guys. In Texas in November. Look out for that announcement. I will be there. Nilofar. Do medical schools care if you tell your prerequisites? Oh, if you take your prerequisites in a community college. I have a video on that. So check out that video on community college prerequisites. Harpreet, do you need to get a job in the medical field? I'm not sure exactly what your question means there, but I think what you mean is if you have a job because you need a job to pay for things, does it have to be the medical field? Absolutely not. But you should have some exposure to the medical field to be able to show schools that you understand what medicine's about and that you are genuinely interested in medicine. What would be the first step for a guy with a BS in nursing to take steps into medical school? Like what class to take? So that's really specific. Nursing to medicine is a really complex topic. I do work with some nursing students, to get them in nursing school, and I also work with some students to help them transition from nursing into medical school. That's very, very specific and not really suitable for this kind of discussion. So email me and I can do a video about going from nursing to medical school. Dr. Pinesett, make a stop at Baylor during your trip to Texas. I would love to. Tell them to invite me. So I go where I'm invited. So if you want to have me out at Baylor, get Baylor to invite me out there, and I'm more than happy to come through Baylor. I don't have time to chase people down at this point and get speaking opportunities. So people who invite me, I come speak. I'm always down. So Jabari White, I want to set up a plan for myself so I can become a doctor as well. I'll email you later this evening. Absolutely, email me. And guys, if you have emailed me and I haven't gotten back to you yet, I was just looking at it last night. I was responding to emails on my call shift in between calls, and I am exactly 2.5 months behind in emails. And that's because I genuinely mean it. I'm here for you guys. If you guys send me emails, this is not BS. I will honestly go in and I will give you real life responses and give you real meaningful feedback. So I respond to all your emails personally, so it takes me time. So I apologize. And for all the people on here, I'm going to take a second and I'm going to call you guys out. For all the people who are on here saying all this homophobic stuff and saying all this derogatory stuff, like, save it, guys. Go somewhere else. I just talked about how this is a channel about positivity and about bringing people up and where they want to go. So if you're on here saying ignorant stuff, please leave. Just leave. Okay? Oh, so I just mentioned this. So Offspring Freak, I emailed you but never received a reply. I'll try again. I listened to your videos first thing in the AM to amp up for the day. Thank you. Like I just said, if I haven't got back your emails because I haven't gotten there yet, you can always re-email me. I'm trying to get to them. I'm sorry. Exactly, Jenny. You would wonder why someone would get on here just to play around because they've got nothing to do. This is the exact problem with StudentDoctor.net. I bet you there are person on StudentDoctor.net on there wasting their time commenting, "Oh, guys, I got my 3.9 GPA. Is that okay to get into medical school? Will they overlook me?" Right? That's probably these people on here. So anyway, thank you, Andre Patrick. Thank you for liking this stuff. Do I use Snapchat? So I'm technologically challenged, and I have a Snapchat account technically, but I can't figure out Snapchat. I've just figured out how to use Instagram. So I'm slowly making my way through social media. Um, yeah, so I'm slowly making my way through social media. So this beard is thick because I don't have time to shave. At Cat D, he has a video on community college route. So yes, I do, absolutely. Um, I like having options, but I'm taking the neurocritical care. I think it's neurocritical care again. NCCU BU or med program. Is that like a combined degree? I'm not sure what that is. So Terry emailed me, and I think you did email me. I don't know if I've gotten back to you yet. I think you emailed me last week, but I'll get back to you. Has everyone said? Oh, okay. So plantain chip lover. Has anyone ever said you only got into medical school because you're black, or how do you deal with people who undermine you? So this happens all the time. Hey, you're in medical school because you're black. Oh, you're this because you're black. Great. Okay. So you think because I'm black, I went to Stanford Medical School, and that's 100% wrong, and the stats bear that out, because black people are an endangered species in medical school. And actually, the statistic I like to throw out at people is that there were less black males in medical school in the year 2016 than there were in the year 1965, or I think 1968 is the year. And if you guys know, the Civil Rights Act was passed in 1964, so that's crazy to me that there would be more blacks by percentage in medical school back in the 60s than there are now. And so being black, being all this stuff, this disadvantaged stuff, people trip off that. Being disadvantaged, being minority doesn't help you get into medical school unless you've overcome that disadvantage and you've been uber successful. And so that's what gets you into medical school, is being successful. It's not about being black or being whatever. I wish I knew how to block people on here, because I would block some of these cats. Okay. How do you choose PA over MD? So again, that's a separate video. Nefertari, please send me an email because that's actually a separate video that would be good. MTIS, I'm taking A&P, I think it's Anatomy and Physiology 1 and 2 in my application year off before med school. What else can I do to maximize my chances of success in medical school? Should I buy step exam stuff and study that? No. If you want to be successful in medical school, just prepare, get your study habits on point. That will help you in medical school. Learning specific subjects, you're going to have time to learn all that stuff when you're in medical school. MN, what up? Hi, Dr. Pinesett. I've been accepted to 4 different UCs. Congratulations. Does it make sense to go to a less prestigious school to get better grades to have a better chance of getting into medical school? So, MN, you sent me this in email, and I actually answered this when I talked about state schools versus UC schools, because that was your question. And so I actually have a video on picking prestige over price for schools and the competition factor. So the pros and cons of going to prestigious schools. Raphael, how do AdComs feel about taking the MCAT 3 times with significant improvements each time and with a final score above the 90th percentile? Well, if that's your case, congratulations. That's a great score. Taking the MCAT multiple times can be a down thing on your application. Taking it once is ideal. Taking it twice is less ideal. Taking it 3 times is still less ideal. But 3 times is the absolute cutoff. More than 3 times, people tell you it's okay. It's not okay. What you should do is take longer times in between each time you take it and make sure you're 100% prepared to do well, okay? So, I know how to report people now. Let me see. Let's report. I can put users in timeout. Nice. We're getting fancy now. Okay. Um, okay. Sorry, guys. I have to scroll back. You guys are really active on here. I love it. What year of residency are you in, if you don't mind me asking? So, really, I don't mind at all. I am in my 2nd year of residency in anesthesia. So, I've got 2 more years to go. Anesthesia, Devesh. Anesthesia. Hello, Dr. Ponte. I have a few questions for you regarding withdrawal. So, I just answered the withdrawal question up above. So, Jace, you're excited about the group coaching sessions. Volek, Mamet, Jackie, Jabari. Okay, so I'm glad people are liking this. Aubrey. Okay, so I think that's you got right proof in the pudding, right? Asking you shall receive. So we'll do some of those group coaching sessions because I think that'll be really helpful for people. But the caveat of that, guys, is you guys have to be willing to share some of your personal details. But again, we're building this supportive community, and all these people on here who are saying ignorant stuff, they're not going to be on this webinar. But it's an opportunity. It doesn't matter if people see your stuff if you're improving from it. So I mentioned Jessica earlier, who's at my thing in Maryland. So she gave me all of her personal information right there in front of everybody, and I absolutely shredded her and told her how terrible her GPA was. At the same time, I then built her up and gave her a plan for getting over that hump. And then not only did she benefit from that, but everyone else benefited from that. So if we're going to do those group sessions, you guys have to be willing to share not only with me, but with the rest of the group, some of your personal stuff. Not super personal stuff, but some of your stuff. So understand that. All right, so we're at 52 minutes. I'm cutting this off in 3 minutes. If I don't get to your question, I'm sorry. But please email me so I have these questions. For some reason, these live chat things, again, I'm technologically challenged. I can't figure out Snapchat. I can't figure out how to save these questions. So please email me if I don't get to your question. Please. Come to Denver. I'd love to. Get it set up. Find a school and have them invite me out. Come to George Washington. So what's interesting, Andre Patrick, George Washington, I mentioned this year's been a year of struggle. So I put together this event and worked really hard with the student groups at University of Maryland, Baltimore County, put together an event in Baltimore last week. And so one of the schools early on, when Maryland approached me about doing this event, was that I reached out to George Washington because that's not far from there. And I was going to do like a couple events in a week. And George Washington, again, was one of those people who didn't get back to me. And so that happens. I don't know if they maybe, 8 months, 10 months later now, maybe they would, if I emailed them, they would get back to me. But if you know people there, let them know that you want to have me there and help me help you by setting it up. So, Mamet, currently I have 3.95 GPA. My father is diagnosed with a mental illness. As a result, I accumulated 5 withdrawals. During my current year, I have great ECs. So, a couple things about this, Mamet. One is a 3.95 GPA over 1 year doesn't mean anything, right? Because that's freshman year, that's great, but you got to sustain that for 4 years. So that can quickly plummet if you don't stay on top of it. Having 5 withdrawals in 1 year is not that bad if it's just 1 year, but you have to stop that. So I understand your dad's sick. I'm sorry to hear that. But get it done. Take care of business. Because only by taking care of your business can you help your dad in his time of need. Would you accept a student invitation from a student org, or does it need to be through Baylor? So yes, if you have a student organization who wants to have me out at Baylor, I'm totally down with that. Send me an email, andre@premedproductivity.com. That's how a lot of these events get done. Is student organizations want to have me out there, I'm totally, absolutely good with coming out. No problem. Hi, Dr. Dre. I'm really struggling with picking a major that will fit both pre-med requirements and make me look good or make me make money in case I don't get in. So actually, I cover picking a major in great detail in my 5 pillars of studying less and getting better grades course. But I also have a video on picking a major and like double majors and minors. So check out that video on my YouTube channel. Um, Okay, so Wernan asks, is the process different for someone trying to go to medical school who's an RN or a BSN? It's actually very similar, but it's different. You need to have a bachelor's degree. So someone who has a BSN is eligible for career change or post-bac programs, possibly. Someone who's an RN who has an associate's degree would still need to go get a bachelor's degree, so the process is different. But that's a whole long video. Andre Patrick, I'm planning to take a post-bac program at George Washington University. I love post-bac programs. I'm a big proponent of them. What I'm an even bigger proponent of is doing well in your undergrad so you don't have to do a post-bac program. So early time attention will save you time attention later on. Okay, we're at 55 minutes. Just curious, when people apply to top 10 medical schools, is seeing a 3.8 GPA really a rarity? Absolutely. So people knock me on this, but guys, I've talked to admissions committee people. I've seen applications. I've worked with enough students. 3.8 GPAs are so rare, you don't even know. It's crazy, crazy rare. If you have a 3.5 GPA, you're doing excellently. Feel good about that. They're not going to reject you for your 3.5 GPA. Totally fine. So understand that people who tell you have to have 3.8 are lying to you. They don't know what they're talking about. 3.5 GPA, and then all the other things fall into place, and a stellar application that's well balanced will get you there. So Valik, thank you very much for saying that, or Vholic, thank you very much for saying that my 5 pillars course, even at the current full price, is still awesome and amazing. I appreciate you saying that. I really, really do. And if you guys look at the reviews on that course, people will tell you this course is absolutely, it's sick. I love it. It's the reason it's my first course. It's literally my pride and joy, my baby. It is everything you could ever want to know about studying to become independent. It is amazing. And we do exclusive webinars where we get on there. We talk about even more specialized studying stuff. So I love that course. I can't preach high. Like, I love my other courses are great too. Everything's great on my website. Don't get me wrong. But that 5 pillars course is like, it's out of this world. It's freaking rock star level. So, and so Shell, thank you very much. And because of all you're offering to everyone, despite race, culture, etc., there will be haters. Yeah, so exactly. Right? So I'm not discriminating against anybody. Everybody understands I am a black male. It is what it is, right? Hello, right? So I am particularly interested in disadvantaged students who are poor like I was, who are underrepresented like I was. At the same time, I don't care if you're white and you own 5 mansions. Whatever it is, I'm here to help everybody out, guys. It's about universal love and everybody working together to be their best self, because we all are disadvantaged in some ways, right? So people who email me about like learning disabilities or different like setbacks, we all have our own unique disadvantage in some way. We all have something we're trying to overcome. And so understanding that we're all disadvantaged, we're all a one common people trying to, reach our goals and love our families and be good people. Just let's work together, let's be positive, and let's all come together to be great. All right. Goodness. I'm getting dry mouth, which is crazy. It's crazy. When I go out to events, I don't actually take breaks. So when I go out and I do a 4-hour, 5-hour events, I tell students, if you want to take a break, you want to go pee, you go find the bathrooms. I'm not breaking. I'm talking straight through. But it's crazy. I do these like streams and I get so like tired. I don't get tired when I'm in front of everybody, but if you got accepted to Berkeley, just go. I like Berkeley. One thing I would say about UC Berkeley is it's a very competitive environment. It's not for everybody. So you might be better off in another environment that's more supportive, because it can really eat up a lot of people if you don't have your mindset on right. Warren, thank you. Yeah, I figured out how to block people, so I'm on here blocking people now. Woo! Yeah, so I know how to block people. I'm fancy. I'm see, look at this technology. So now, you know what? Learning how to block people today might have gotten my courage up to actually now go out and really try to get into Snapchat. Maybe not. Maybe I'll say that for next week. Hi, doctor. As a doctor, what is your opinion of human ignorance and stupidity? I think it's terrible. And I think that one of the big misunderstandings and one of the problems we have in this world today, and Trump, say what you want about his politics, and this is maybe crazy and some people might be offended by this, but before Trump actually ran for president, when he announced his candidacy, I actually might have voted for Trump. The problem is that he went a whole nother way and he chose to really kind of get behind some hate speech and some things that I really couldn't get with. And so that's problematic. But in this world we live in, there's a lot of haters out there, a lot of people who want to be ignorant and want to, discriminate against people. Don't fall into that, guys. Care about people, be genuine, be real with people. The next time I go live, so these are kind of random based on my schedule. But I'm thinking about actually having like kind of set times I go live, so it makes it easier for you guys to get on here. So maybe can we come up with a time and say today's Sunday? How about tomorrow night? How about Monday night? We'll go live tomorrow. Monday night we'll go live at 7 o'clock Pacific time. I'll go live again. All right. All right. Last question. I'm gonna get to one more question, then we're out of here. So thank you guys very much for tuning in. If I didn't get your question, please email me and I will try to get your question in some fashion, some way. And even if I don't put a video together right away, it doesn't mean I haven't made notes on it and I'm not eventually going to launch something crazy addressing your question. Special, thank you very much for taking my advice and getting studied with your MCAT studying years in advance. It's going to help you do it to it. All right, Cat D's got my back, and you're reporting them through the live chat. I appreciate that. Andre Patrick, anesthesia residency as well. I love it. You're planning on CRNA route, but I think I'm going to do 3 years of CRNA, but go to MD instead. So that's actually an interesting thing too. So Andre, email me please, because that's actually an interesting topic. Is CRNA versus anesthesia. That's a really, really interesting topic. So something to think about. But so anyway, I can't get to the rest of these. I thank you guys so much for getting on here. I'm really, really appreciative for all your comments. Thank you guys very, very much. We went over an hour. How do I go? This is what happens, right? I just talk and talk and talk. I said, hey, I'm gonna get on here for 15 minutes today and turn to an hour. But if it's helpful for you guys, if it's useful for you guys, I'm down to do it. So thank you guys very much for tuning in live. If you're catching this on the non-live, thank you to you too. And I'm sorry that you're going to miss out on the special offer that I have, right? Because someone asked for it on this video. Someone said, hey, can you do that offer you did a couple months ago where you get 50% off your study course? Absolutely. Ask and you shall receive. So if you're watching this now, I'm going to turn this video off right now. And I'm going to create a coupon code on my website. My website is www.premedproductivity.com. The course is called The 5 Pillars of Studying Less and Getting Better Grades. You can go on there. You can purchase that course right now for 50% off by using the discount code On a Mission, one word, ONAMISSION, one word. You will get the discount right now. I'm going to go set it up right now in the next 5 minutes. It's only good for 1 single hour, and then I'm taking it down because I don't like people who are late to the party. I like to reward people who ask for stuff. But at the same time, that course is worth thousands of dollars. It's insane. But like I said, I'm here to help students. I have no problem. You ask for a discount you shall receive. So thank you guys very much. Like I said, I'm here to bring positivity and to teach you about the virtues of being productive with your life and really seeing what your true potential is by investing in yourself and really striving to be great. And if you are down with that, if you want to be part of this community, please subscribe to my channel, get on my social media, be here with me and we can engage. I'm here for you guys. I'm here to help you in any way I can. Additionally, please share this with your friends so we can grow this community. If you know good people, right, bring them into this channel, bring them into our network so we can build this pre-med productivity family where we support each other, where we are there for each other, and where we're trying to reach the top, guys. So thank you guys very much. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. No, what is it? 7 p.m. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will go live one more time for you guys. And I thank you guys very much. I'm hoarse again, but I'm going to finish cutting up this MCAT course for you guys. It just takes so long to edit these videos, but I'm editing them as fast as I can. We're uploading this MCAT course so you guys can get access to that. It's sick also. I'm really liking how it's coming together. like you never know how things come together until you like watch it back, right? So it's come together nicely. But thank you guys very much. As always, you guys can email me, and if you had a question I didn't answer it, it's andre@premedproductivity.com. Check out my website. That special today is good for 1 hour. It's on a mission. My MCAT course is entirely new. It is brand new. It's out right now. It's getting uploaded. It's kind of cool too. It's sick. So I'm very excited for the future. Thank you guys very much. And now I'm truly officially, I am up out of here. But thank you guys. Please like this video. Please share this video. Let's get out there. Let's push down all the haters, all the negativity, and let's pave a path of positivity and productivity to the promised land of medical school, dental school, graduate school, wherever you want to get. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. I am out.